Well, hello everybody and welcome to day 13. Yay! A lot of things have happened since that, I guess, my breakthrough video, which was in fact day 11, the first day 11. I seem to have broken through some kind of a barrier of confidence and just being able to be more authentic here without too much worrying me, and also I seem to be able to get my words across more clearly now, so not as many gaps and not as much loss of flow, so that's amazing and I'm very happy about it. And I just thought I'd share some of the things that have happened, because sometimes when you move through a challenge, you break down some big block you've had in life, there's some things that change in your life, and that's what's happened for me. The day after I completed that video where I really feel I broke through to a different place, I just had someone text me out of the blue wanting to become a client of mine and have a session with me, and I really do need more clients, so I was very happy about that, and I thought, oh great, that's wonderful. But then later on that afternoon I got another text, and another beautiful lady was asking me if she could be my client, and also was it okay if her aunt and her boyfriend come along and have a session as well. So now it's looking more like 4 new clients, and I must say I'm over the moon. So whatever's going on here, it's good, and I'm really grateful to have this chance to be able to speak in front of a live audience every day so that I can really hone this tool. Besides new things coming into my life, such as more clients, which is definitely the direction in which I want to head, I also thought today might be a good chance to just talk about some other things about me and my life, and maybe you might have some things that you get out of what I say, because it's always wonderful when someone shares. There's usually the people that are listening, there's something for them there too. So today I thought I might share a little bit about what are the major things in my life that have changed my life, significant kind of things that have happened that have changed my life in a huge way. And I was just thinking about this as a topic, and the first thing that popped into my head was when I was in my 20s, early 20s, I got some nodules on my vocal cords, and doesn't sound too good, but in fact that's actually had spiraled me into a whole new life and has been a big part of why I'm here today doing this energy work that I've been doing with the emotional freedom tapping, the EFT, and the journey work that I do. So yes, I got some nodules on my vocal cords, and at that time I was a primary school teacher. And the very moment I actually noticed there was something really wrong was I was actually helping out with the choir. I was there with the music teacher, and I went to sing and there was nothing. So after that, I lost my voice basically, and I went off to see what was going on, because I had a sore throat as well, and all of the symptoms that you have, and I got it confirmed. I had some nodules on my vocal cords, which isn't really a good thing if you're teaching and you're using your vocal cords quite a lot. So I ended up from this situation taking leave from teaching, and I've never actually gone back. So that was a huge turning point in my life. Other things that came out of these nodules were the fact that at a certain point, I had decided, right, that I wanted to get rid of them naturally. I didn't want the operation, because another thing about me is I really love to sing, and it's a big part of my life. And I asked around, and I heard that if you did have them taken off via an operation, that it can change your voice and it might never be the same again. So I wasn't that excited about that. And so I just decided that I would rest my voice. And I guess that was easy to do, because even though I really wanted to sing, if I did try and sing, sometimes I'd get through one song, but then I'd get this really sore throat, and it's like, stop. So then eventually I got sick of that, and I ended up exploring different ways in which I could naturally get rid of my nodules on my vocal cords. Hence, which eventually led me to the EFT and the journey work that I now do today. I sing all the time now, so obviously I actually have got rid of those and moved on from that, thank goodness. It's all right, someone just came to the door and I got a bit distracted. The door opened and closed, if you heard it. We've got a very, very creaky door. Does need to be oiled, possibly this weekend after that. That's just my husband coming home. He went down to the club to watch some cricket just for a little while before we have dinner. It is a Friday, by the way, so it's a Friday, the weekend, yay! Exciting. Although I do have a little bit of work this weekend. Tomorrow, in fact, one of my new clients is going to see me for the first time, and I'm going to see them. So, but I'm not really counting that as work, because I really enjoy what I do, and that's going to put me in a good place for the weekend as well. I guess this video is going on a bit, so I better quickly tell you the other big turning points in my life that I can think of this evening. One of the other ones was that I got married to my lovely husband, Craig, and, well, we're still together. And I think it's something like 21 years now, which is quite a long time to be together. I think we can pretty much say we're a success. Another turning point was having children. I've got 3 of those. I've got a boy and an Ezra and an Annabelle. Oh gosh, what am I saying? I've got a Floyd, sorry, and an Ezra and an Annabelle. And yes, well, for those of you out there who also are mums, you would know, and dads, that there's no going back. Life, like when you become a family, it's just, wow, that's your new life, and there's no reversing any of this, but I wouldn't do that anyway. I'm very fortunate, and at the moment my children are 19 years old, 17 years old, and 14 years old, so they're all teenagers. So that's an interesting time of life as well. Other big significant things in my life that I can think of at this point, I actually have had some spirit guides, and that's been some big turning points for me as well. My first one being an actual person that I knew that died, and they visited me and sent me some messages from the other side and made me believe that it was for real, the messages I was getting, because I was very skeptical. And, well, you know, you always doubt yourself. I think, well, not everybody does, but our society is a bit that way, that if there's something out of the norm, you know, oh, this couldn't be happening to me. But anyway, that did happen, and I have had other guides since then, and I listen now and I believe, and it's helped me a lot in my life. And it's also helped me help some other people who've had some people close to them die and go to the other side, and I've been able to give them some messages, which has been an amazing journey as well. So I think that's it. Today I'm going to leave it there. Of course, the EFT and the journey work have totally changed my life, and I guess I've spoken about them before, not so much in depth about the journey work, but I'm sure I'll get back to that in one of my other videos. Thank you for listening to me tonight, and I hope you all have wonderful Fridays and beautiful weekends with your families, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.